The carnival grounds sprawled before me, bathed in the sickly glow of flickering lights. The air was thick with the scent of cotton candy and popcorn, but an underlying unease clung to the atmosphere. I hesitated at the entrance, a chill running down my spine as I surveyed the scene before me. The circus tents towered over the grounds, their striped peaks reaching towards the night sky. Laughter and muffled chatter drifted through the air, accompanied by the distant strains of a calliope playing a haunting melody. The vibrant colors of the tents clashed with the darkness that loomed overhead, creating an unsettling contrast. Against my better judgment, I stepped through the entrance gate, drawn by a magnetic force that seemed to emanate from the heart of the carnival. The crunch of gravel beneath my shoes echoed in the night as I navigated through the labyrinth of attractions. The air hummed with anticipation, and a sense of foreboding settled over me like a heavy shroud. As I approached the main tent, a knot tightened in my stomach. The entrance flaps billowed in the breeze, revealing a dimly lit interior. The sounds of the carnival faded behind me, replaced by an eerie silence that hung in the air like a heavy fog. I took a deep breath and ventured inside. The interior of the tent was a surreal spectacle of swirling colors and distorted shadows. A dim spotlight illuminated the center ring, where a group of clowns in oversized, garish costumes engaged in a bizarre dance. Their exaggerated movements seemed choreographed to the dissonant melody that resonated through the tent. The clowns' painted faces bore twisted smiles that sent a shiver down my spine. Their eyes, devoid of warmth, followed my every move. I felt like an intruder in some unholy performance, but a strange compulsion kept me rooted to the spot, unable to tear my eyes away. The unsettling dance reached a fever pitch, the clowns twirling and leaping in unnatural synchrony. The calliope's melody warped into a discordant cacophony, grating on my nerves. I tried to make sense of the surreal spectacle, but the more I watched, the more the lines between reality and nightmare blurred. Abruptly, the music screeched to a halt, and the clowns froze in place, their painted faces now contorted into grotesque expressions. The silence that followed was oppressive, broken only by the slow, deliberate footsteps that echoed through the tent. A figure emerged from the shadows, clad in a tattered ringmaster's coat and top hat. His presence commanded the attention of the clowns, and they turned towards him with a reverence that sent a chill down my spine. The ringmaster's eyes, obscured by the brim of his hat, seemed to pierce through the darkness and fixate on me. A slow, malevolent smile crept across his face as he raised a gnarled hand, beckoning me towards the center ring. I hesitated, my instincts screaming at me to flee, but an invisible force compelled me forward. The clowns parted like a sinister curtain as I approached the ringmaster. The spotlight cast an otherworldly glow on his pale, gaunt face, revealing features that seemed etched with centuries of malevolence. "Welcome to our carnival, dear spectator," he intoned, his voice a low, haunting whisper that reverberated through the tent. "You've stumbled upon a performance unlike any other, a spectacle of shadows and nightmares." As the ringmaster spoke, the clowns resumed their eerie dance, their painted faces contorting with a newfound intensity. The air grew thick with an otherworldly energy, and I felt a cold breeze whispering through the tent, carrying with it the echoes of distant laughter. The ringmaster gestured towards the center ring, and the clowns converged around me in a haunting circle. The calliope's melody shifted into a mournful dirge, and the ground beneath me seemed to pulse with an unnatural heartbeat. I was ensnared in a nightmarish performance, a captive audience to a show that defied the boundaries of reality. The clowns' movements became more erratic, their painted expressions morphing into grotesque masks of madness. Panic clawed at my throat, but I couldn't tear my gaze away from the hypnotic spectacle unfolding around me. The air crackled with an ominous energy, and shadows danced on the periphery of my vision. Abruptly, the clowns ceased their dance, frozen in eerie stillness. The ringmaster circled me, his gaze piercing through the painted faces with an unsettling knowingness. "You, dear spectator, are the key to our release," he murmured, his voice laden with ancient secrets. "Your fear, your essence, will fuel our eternal performance." As the ringmaster spoke, the shadows coalesced into ethereal forms that slithered towards me. The air grew colder, and a suffocating pressure weighed on my chest. I felt a presence, unseen and malevolent, closing in from all sides. Desperation seized me, and I mustered the strength to break free from the nightmarish circle. I stumbled backward, my heart pounding in my ears. The clowns, once frozen, resumed their dance with newfound fervor. The Caille's melody warped into a cacophony of discordant notes that echoed through the tent like a maddening symphony. I raced towards the exit, the dim light of the entrance flaps offering a sliver of hope. The carnival grounds outside seemed distorted and otherworldly, as if the very fabric of reality had unraveled. The air vibrated with an unholy energy, and distant laughter echoed from the shadows. The world outside the tent had transformed. The once familiar carnival attractions now appeared twisted and grotesque. The carnival lights flickered ominously, casting long shadows that seemed to writhe and contort. The laughter that echoed through the air took on a haunting quality, a chorus of disembodied voices that whispered of forgotten nightmares. I ran through the distorted carnival grounds, the world shifting and warping around me. The laughter pursued me like a relentless specter, echoing in my ears no matter how far I fled. The ringmaster's voice lingered in the air, taunting me with promises of eternal captivity within their nightmarish performance. In my desperate flight, I stumbled upon a forgotten side tent hidden in the shadows. With trepidation, I entered the dimly lit interior, hoping to find refuge from the malevolent carnival that pursued me. The air inside the tent was thick with an oppressive stillness, and the dim light revealed rows of dusty mirrors that seemed to reflect distorted versions of reality. As I caught my breath, the mirrors began to warp and ripple with unnatural energy. Distorted reflections danced across the glass, revealing glimpses of nightmarish landscapes and twisted carnival attractions. The laughter that had pursued me now resonated within the confines of the tent, a haunting chorus that seemed to reverberate through the very fabric of reality. I stared into one of the mirrors, my own reflection contorting into a grotesque caricature. The laughter intensified, echoing with a maddening fervor. Shadows slithered across the walls, merging into ethereal figures that seemed to materialize from the depths of the mirrors. In the reflection, I saw the clowns, their painted faces twisted into expressions of manic delight. The ringmaster stood at the center, his eyes piercing through the glass with an inscrutable gaze. The distorted carnival grounds stretched infinitely in the reflections, a labyrinth of torment that defied comprehension. A realization dawned upon me. The mirrors were a gateway between worlds, a bridge between the nightmarish carnival and the distorted reality outside. The laughter swirled around me, taunting me with the impossibility of escape. With a surge of determination, I reached out and shattered one of the mirrors. The glass fractured into a myriad of shards, and a surge of otherworldly energy pulsed through the tent. The laughter reached a deafening crescendo, and the distorted reflections convulsed in a chaotic dance. As the shattered mirror released its grip on me, I found myself outside the side tent, back in the twisted carnival grounds. The air was thick with an unnatural stillness, and the haunting laughter had subsided. The main tent loomed before me, a faded beacon of malevolence. With a heavy heart, I approached the entrance, unsure of what awaited me inside. The carnival lights flickered with a subdued glow, and the calliope's melody had softened into a melancholic hum. The atmosphere had shifted, as if the carnival itself mourned the disruption of its malevolent performance. As I stepped through the entrance, the main tent revealed itself in all its macabre glory. The clowns, frozen in their grotesque dance, seemed to have lost their spectral energy. The ringmaster, once a harbinger of nightmares, now stood as a mere shadow of his former self. The tent, once pulsating with an otherworldly energy, now felt like a hollow shell. The distorted reflections in the mirrors had vanished, leaving behind a sense of emptiness. The calliope's melody lingered in the air, a mournful echo of the carnival's former malevolence. As I exited the main tent, the carnival grounds seemed to exhale a sigh of relief. The twisted attractions returned to their mundane forms, and the once sinister lights cast a gentle glow over the deserted grounds. The laughter that had pursued me had dissipated, leaving behind an unsettling quiet. I walked away from the carnival, the echoes of the nightmarish performance fading into the distance. The moon hung low in the night sky, casting a pale light over the deserted grounds. The carnival, once a realm of horror, now stood as a fading memory, a testament to the thin veil between reality and the realms of the supernatural. As I left the carnival behind, I couldn't shake the lingering feeling that the malevolent spirits of the circus still lingered in the shadows, waiting for the next unsuspecting spectator to stumble upon their haunted performance. The laughter, though silenced for now, seemed to echo in the recesses of my mind, a chilling reminder of the otherworldly terrors that lurked within the heart of the carnival.